Evening, I'm Amanda St. Hilaire. Tonight, the Philadelphia Eagles make history.
Eagles fans react to the score of the game just ahead.
No, you're not dreaming. The Eagles really did just beat the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. Greg Mason and I break it all down and relive the best moments coming up in sports.
ABC27 News at 11 starts now.
The biggest night in football became the biggest night for the Philadelphia Eagles. I am here with sports director Greg Mace. The underdogs won their first Super Bowl, beating out the New England Patriots.
Well, a lot of smiles on everybody's faces tonight. This is one of the wildest Super Bowls in history with offense. It was pretty incredible. What this means to the city of Philadelphia and the Eagles fans around here, you're going to see, this is just kind of beyond words. Let's show you again what happened. With a wind chill of, first of all, that's what's going on right now in the city of Philadelphia. This is Broad Street. Everybody looks fairly calm, don't they? There you go. All right, let's take a look at the highlights now, because in Minnesota, the wind chill was 15 below. Fortunately, the game was inside. Here come the Eagles playing for their first Super Bowl title, and this was a wild game against Tom Brady. Full of great touchdowns. The Eagles were up by 3. Now watch this play. It goes to Trey Burton, who's not the quarterback, but he throws to the quarterback, Nick Foles, and the Eagles are up 22-12 at the half. All right, the Patriots cut it to 3, and then it's Nick Foles again, right on the money to Corey Clement. Was he in or was he out? Now in pro football, you got to have both feet in bounds when you make the catch and have control of it. Upon further review, they said, yep, he had both of them in. It worked. All right, the Eagles went up by 10. New England and Tom Brady hung tough. Rob Gronkowski on the end of that pass. The Patriots led 33-32. But with just over 2 minutes left, here's Foles to Zach Ertz for the lead, and it's 38-33. The Eagles kicked a field goal. New England had one last shot. Can Tom Brady do it? He goes deep. First of all, there's this big sack against Tom Brady. Then they got the ball back again one more time. Brady's wondering, can I put this into the end zone? So does Bill Belichick. Now here comes the one last shot. 55 yards. He threw it that deep, but it is incomplete. And the Philadelphia Eagles win the game 41-33. And with it, their first Super Bowl title.
Wow. Well, of course, we are going to be talking about more highlights throughout our show, so hopefully you're all ready for that. Lots of Eagles coverage tonight, and Eagles fans are going nuts right now. We want to go live to Priscilla Ligori, who's over in Dauphin County with a closer look. Priscilla.
Amanda, I am here with a bunch of very, very excited Eagles fans. Let's listen to them. The energy here at Mr. G's is just electric. Hundreds and hundreds of fans have been here cheering on their team all night long. They're so excited to see them take home their first Super Bowl Lombardi trophy. Let's hear it. We talked to some fans about the score. Let's take a listen.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was so exciting. I'm going to the parade in Philadelphia. Hey.
Love it, love it. The greatest thing that ever happened for a Philly fan.
I thought it was great. I'm glad to see Nick Foles bring it home for the Eagles, and I'm glad to see their first time championship. Go Eagles!
Knew it from the beginning. I knew it.
Now I am here with Mr. G himself. How do you feel about this win?
This is a dream come true. It's unbelievable. We waited 13 years for this celebration. We deserved it. We earned it. We earned it. The most amazing party, the most amazing experience for all these Eagles fans. This is our night. This is our day. This is our celebration. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagle.
And that just explains it.
The party's just beginning.
Working for you live in Dauphin County, I'm Priscilla Ligori. Amanda, we'll send it back to you.
Oh, that was so much fun.
I can't keep up with what Priscilla has going on there. You know, it looks like a good time.
It does look like a good time. Now, we're about to tie the Super Bowl in with weather, because if you were driving back from a Super Bowl party tonight, You did have some slippery roads to deal with.
Yeah, I think driving to parties was probably a bit more difficult. Driving home, it still is slick. I noticed just the secondary roads that we see here outside the studios, slushy, especially along the banks, or I should say along the side of the roads. For anyone tomorrow morning, one thing I've noticed too, we're starting to see those schools posting 2-hour delays. So some schools getting a little bit of extra sleep and probably needing that after tonight. ABC27 News Bureau in Carlisle, not a lot going on, but you can see the sidewalks are still a little slush covered. So just be careful here overnight into tomorrow morning. I think a lot of us just kind of holding off on cleaning up until probably tomorrow morning if we can wait that long. Lots of sun and chilly tomorrow, but Amanda, we do it again moving into Wednesday. It looks like snow changing to rain and perhaps again following heading into this coming weekend. Those details just ahead.
All right, and I am sure fans in Minneapolis were pretty cold tonight.
Well, to get into the stadium, of course, the wind chill, as I said, was minus 13.
Yeah.
But once they got inside, it was nice and warm. And who was nice and warm? Our own Robin Dean, who got a chance to watch it all. Robin, tell us your observations on the game.
Well, let me tell you, it does not get any better than this for Philadelphia Eagles fans. Unbelievable game, a roller coaster, the most yards ever in a Super Bowl, but down go the Patriots, the Eagles rising to the occasion. Unbelievable. I'm going to step out of the shot so you can see what's going on behind me. It really felt like a home game here at US Bank Stadium, the amount of Eagles fans, and you can see they're still hanging around. These Eagles deserved it. All the injuries, all the adversity, coming back, going through it and getting to a Super Bowl and then executing when it mattered most. But it was a key defensive play at the end of the game. Brandon Graham with a clutch strip of Tom Brady. Derek Barnett with the recovery. But it was MVP Nick Foles, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, played to near perfection, did what he had to do to get the win.
I got the best players in the world, and it's a resilient group. I love this coaching staff, Mr. Lurie, the owner. And not only do we have the best fans in the world, we now have the best team in the world. Thank you, guys.
I felt calm. I mean, we have such a great group of guys, such a great coaching staff. We felt confident coming in, and, you know, we just went out there and played football.
And let me tell you, this stadium was electric the entire game. Eagles fans, it was almost 10-1 Eagles fans to Patriots fans, and they really helped carry this team and will this team to victory. A great week here in Minneapolis. This is the cherry on top. Unbelievable history again being made. The first Super Bowl championship for the Philadelphia Eagles right here at US Bank Stadium. I'm going to send it back to you in the studio now, reporting live in Minneapolis. Robin Dean working for you, ABC 27 News.
And she looks a lot warmer outside all week. Nice going, Robin. Thanks for all your stuff. I don't know if the magnitude of this hits everybody at the moment, because they're going to have the parade and the fact that this was the first Super Bowl whenever they had won an NFL championship back in the 1960s.
It's a lot of emotion.
A lot of emotion. These guys were very emotional after the game. You're going to hear more from these players coming up. But boy, there'll be a lot more coming up tonight and in the days ahead. And this is just a great moment for the city of Philadelphia. They've won baseball championships, football championships. They've won the Stanley Cup, but never a Super Bowl. This is a great night for Philly.
It's a big night, and we'll be sure to stay on it throughout the rest of our newscast. So, Greg, we will check back with you soon. Social media is lighting up with reactions from Eagles fans. Here's Emily of Camp Hill, all smiles after the win with fellow fans. 2-year-old Brina from New Jersey even has an Eagles tattoo. That's adorable. Bernadette from Lidditz, Lancaster County, says her son Grant is only 20 months old, but he is already a proud fan. And Governor Tom Wolf tweeted a happy celebration picture saying, "What you give is what you get. Congratulations on your historic win, Eagles. We are all incredibly PA proud." So nice to see the big celebration pictures.
Indeed, and you know that 20-month-old, you know, he was able to experience that early, where
he won't remember it,
many have waited a lifetime for
yeah.
something like this to happen. So either way, no matter how young or how old, everyone's celebrating tonight. And that's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, round of applause. There are Super Bowl wins, and then there are Super Bowl wins, Greg. The Eagles written off after Carson Wentz goes down, me among them. They come out and beat the best coach and quarterback of all time.
So you and I are watching the game together, and I keep thinking, and we keep thinking, Brady's going to come back.
Yeah.
Brady's going to win this thing. I just know Brady's going to win this thing. Well, he didn't. Here we go, Super Bowl 52. All eyes on Nick Foles. And Tom Brady, who was playing in his 8th Super Bowl. But, you know, when these guys get out there, it's a game. You know, sometimes I don't think that's a big factor in all this. All right, end of the first half, the Eagles go for it on 4th and goal.
This is who the Eagles were all season. What a call by Doug Peterson, not backing down. Trey Burton, the high school quarterback, throws it to the backup quarterback, Nick Foles. You can't make this stuff up.
We had to watch that a second time to make sure that was actually false. All right, the Eagles led 22-12 at halftime.
All right, and Brady comes out, scores to start the second half. Nick Foles, though, ice in his veins. Here we go. Let's get to the second half. Yeah, what a play. You could watch that all night. They'll be watching that for years to come. Let's go to the second half here, guys.
Next clip. Roll the next clip. Here we go.
There we go. Brady comes out and scores to start the second half. Nick Foles, though, Greg, ice in his veins, finds Corey Clement in the back of the end zone. Now, the big question here, did you think this was a catch?
Now, remember in the pros, you got to have both feet in bounds. So he's got to have both feet and control the ball in that blue area. And maybe he controlled it with his left foot. I don't know. It has to be a reasonable doubt. Take a look again, as Al says. And, well, it is an Eagles touchdown.
Yeah, they don't call that a touchdown. The internet explodes. Everyone's after Roger Goodell. Fourth quarter, here comes Brady again. Rob Gronkowski scores his second of the game. Patriots take a 1-point lead.
Foles answers here. He's going to find Zach Ertz. And here we go with this catch thing again. I mean, it seemed like they were reviewing every play. Now, you got to review every touchdown, but, you know, everything seemed to be close here.
Yeah, it looks like the Steelers' Jesse James play. What is a catch? Is it philosophy? Ertz clearly becomes a runner. Play stands.
All right, with 2 minutes to go, the Eagles force a turnover, and you figure this is the end of the game.
Yeah, Brandon Graham the strip, then the rookie Derek Barnett recovers. Remember, he had that strip sack in the NFC title game.
Brady got it back. Down 8. One final prayer. He's got the arm, got the distance, and the pass falls incomplete, and the Eagles win the Super Bowl.
Greg, say that one more time for me.
The Eagles win the Super Bowl. The score is 41-33.
It's real. The underdog is howling. What a Super Bowl. What a game.
It's hard to put into words, man. The best quote I could come up with, and this is for Philadelphia, for getting our first ring in organization history, the first ring in a history organization from Rocky Balboa himself. It's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
We didn't prove to ourselves. We proved to the world that we are the best. We knew it. We always knew it. We've been trying to tell you guys from the jump, from the beginning. That's why you guys labeled us underdogs, because you guys didn't believe it either. And now we proved it.
What an incredible moment in Philadelphia history, Greg. Many more to come. The question now, what do they do with MVP Nick Foles? Because, of course, they got Carson Wentz coming back next year.
And we got a parade to worry about first, and that should be fun, and we'll figure out when that is, probably by tomorrow.
I believe it's Wednesday.
Okay, that'll be good. That'll be fun. All right, let's talk about hockey around here, because the Hershey Bears won on Saturday night, breaking a 9-game losing streak. So they come back less than 24 hours later, playing the same team, hoping they could sustain that momentum. But this has been a tough year of learning with some younger players, and it's very tough for this fan base who are used to winning almost all the time. And they've watched what's been happening here lately. The Bears came out swinging this afternoon, special 2 o'clock start time against Charlotte. And Charlotte then absolutely dominated the first period. Watch Clark Bishop, left side. He made it 2-0. And then here's Andrew Miller, who will bury the rebound here on a power play. That made it 3-0. And the Bears goalie, Phoenix Copley, usually great, got pulled in the first period. Troy Mann trying to shake things up a little bit. It was 5-0 Charlotte after one. Bears finally got on the board in the second. Riley Barber scored, but the Bears could not catch up, and they lose again. 5-2 is the final.
Let's take a little deep breath. Yep. What a night. What a week. Let's end it with top plays, of course, the Eagles Super Bowl not included. What a week. Fletcher Cox, thanks for making it interesting.
This mask was a gift from my guy from Mexico.
Bill Belichick, thanks for being you.
Do you want me to tickle you? Yeah, no, we'll skip that. All right.
These are the top plays of the week. At number 7, a couple former Eagles in the Hall of Fame. The Wolverine, Weapon X, Brian Dawkins, and Mr. Celebration himself, Terrell Owens, finally gets the nod. At number 6, District Wrestling gave us some epic moments. CV and CD never disappoint. Cole McCoy, the pin, in a 32-30 win. Number 5, this Ben Simmons kid is fun to watch. We all owe Sam Hinkie our tremendous thanks. Number 4, Mid-Penn Showdown, Lower Dauphin and Hershey. Josh Softley and the Falcons with a statement win. Number 3, District 3 Wrestling Semis. Cedar Cliff's Michael Cassidy gets the win to tie the match at 35. Cedar Cliff wins on tiebreaker criteria H. The Colts go on to win the district championship. Number 2, the Hershey Bears, losers of 9 straight. Travis Boyd breaks the curse, a 6-5 shootout win over Charlotte. And finally, at number 1, Penn State basketball. Is this the year they finally make the tournament? Lamar Stevens, what do you think? Penn State basketball, you have our top play of the week.
And of course, the Philadelphia Eagles, the true number 1 tonight, and possibly next year as well. I'm thinking about it. I have to say, you would think that the Eagles and Patriots would be favored by Las Vegas to meet again, assuming Brady comes back and Carson Wentz takes over again in Philadelphia.
Reflectively, I think about all the people who have waited their whole life for this to happen. I remember being in Philadelphia when the Phillies last won their World Series. And I remember this guy had his arm around his dad, and he said, it's going to be okay, and it's going to be okay. And I'm sure there's a lot of people like that tonight who have dads who have watched this for so many years, and their kids have watched it, and they're so happy that the Philadelphia Eagles are the world champions, Super Bowl champs tonight.
No fluke about this. I was in Philly for the NFC title game. Seeing that joy, I can only imagine what it's like.
Yep. All right.
We have more highlights from tonight's Super Bowl win, a big win for the Eagles. Sports Director Greg Mace, you've been busy.
You got your green on?
I do. Well, I have some red, too, because if I didn't, the Patriots fans in my family might disown me.
That's okay, right. Well, it's good to
It's a healthy mix, but mostly Eagles.
That's good, very good. You know, I'm just kind of reflective as to, and I said this a minute ago, what this means to the people of the city in Philadelphia and fans around here. I want to show you this live shot because so many people poured out of Xfinity Live, which is right across the street from the stadium. They didn't play in the stadium. And you can see, I mean, this is a crazy scene. If they go back, and this is a helicopter shot, but there's hundreds of cars out here and people blowing their horns. And when you look up Broad Street, and maybe they're going to show this here, but there's thousands of people on Broad Street up towards City Hall. And it doesn't look like at the moment there's anything horrific going on. I think they greased some of the poles there with different things so people wouldn't climb the light poles. But this is just a great scene in Philadelphia. And the parade, we believe, is going to be on Wednesday. But let's show you again what happened, because I don't think you can see these highlights too many times if you're a Philadelphia fan. You know, it was 15 below. The wind chill was just horrific out there. But inside, there was a difference of like 80 degrees when people went in. So the Eagles come out, and here's Tom Brady. Just another game for him. This was that wild play when Trey Burton, who's not the quarterback, throws it to the quarterback. That's Nick Foles, and the Eagles were up 22-12 at the half. All right, now just a game kind of full of wild plays. Here's the Patriots cutting the 3. Nick Foles on the money to Corey Clement. And he did have that foot in bounds, or at least the referees said so, and then they looked at it again, and they said, all right, he had enough control of this thing. And the Eagles continue to roll along. But the Patriots come back. Here's Gronk, Rob Gronkowski on the end of this Brady pass. The Patriots led the game 33-32. But with just over 2 minutes left, Foles hit Zach Ertz for the lead. It's 38-33. The Eagles kicked a field goal, and then New England had a couple of last shots. Once Brady got knocked down, and then here's the final pass, and that is up in the air, and that is it. 41-33 is the final, and the Philadelphia Eagles are in fact the world champions of football. It is their first world championship. They've won an NFL championship before many, many decades ago, but this is their first Super Bowl championship. Take a deep breath. Enjoy all of this while more Super Bowl coverage coming up in just a few minutes. Amanda?
All right. right, somewhere at home, ABC27 anchor and avid Eagles fan Dennis Owens is crying tears of joy. You know it. You know it.
I'd like to see how many actually come to work tomorrow. Not just at the station, but in many other locations.
Yeah, the day after the Super Bowl is a big sick day. It's a fact.
Yes,
that's a fact.
Indeed.
All right, here we go. Bear with me for a second. I was so excited. I didn't have my microphone on. Director, nice job covering for me. I'll take you a little bit behind the curtain here. Who isn't excited? Who isn't having a good time tonight? That right there is why people love football. You go from last place in the NFC East to first. You lose your star quarterback and MVP candidate. Everybody writes you off. Then you go out and beat the best team in the sport. Fly, Eagles, fly is right. Super Bowl 52. Eagles taking on the invincible Patriots, the team that came back from down 28-3 last year. Field goals would not be enough. End of the first half. Doug Peterson goes for it on 4th and goal, a call that will live forever. Yes, Trey Burton throws it to Nick Foles. Eagles by 10 at the half. What a call. Third quarter. Eagles keep it coming. Foles to Corey Clement. Yeah, that NFC title performance, no fluke. Play was reviewed. Refs stayed out of this game. Ruled a catch. Could have gone either way. Personally, I like the call. Patriots fans would defer. Tom Brady, like a Terminator in this one, just kept on coming. Finds Rob Gronkowski. Patriots take a 1-point lead. And here you just are like, well, how are they going to stop him? But Nick Foles had an answer. Finds Zach Ertz. But wait, was it a catch? Not this again. He was a runner, so ruled a catch. Brady with 2 minutes on the clock, and the defense makes a play. The only Patriots turnover finishes the job. Brady, one more crack at the end zone. Hail Mary would fall incomplete. Eagles win the Super Bowl, 41-33.
You know, that locker room is a special locker room, and you could see it throughout the course of this game. No matter what happened, we just kept sticking together, kept leaning on each other. We have an amazing coaching staff, amazing personnel staff. I mean, just to be in this moment, I mean, unbelievable.
Nick Foles, your Super Bowl MVP and soon-to-be very valuable trade commodity, a blessing of riches in Philadelphia.